has this weird obsession with Lele Pons' wedding.
I mean, it looks like a fucking star-studded affair, bro. Steve Aoki was there, and sometimes they play Steve Aoki at Orange Theory Fitness, and I fucking hate it. It's like Steve Aoki doesn't actually work out, so all the beats he's made are not for somebody who's like really pushing it. You know what I'm saying?
Steve, I'll take one marker.
How rude.
Oh.
Do I have boogers?
I don't know. I was hoping that I don't have boogers. I was really trying to stay positive today.
Wait,
you know,
you gotta mute. You gotta mute him while he puts his hat on.
Okay.
Here we go.
I was really trying to be positive today. I was like, I'm not going to bring any negative energy to the podcast because it's been negative for too long, and we just need to be positive girls. And of course, everything fucking goes wrong.
Yeah, your back's broken. Your belt's too tight. This motherfucker's hips are shaking from the left to the right.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know about your hips, but I do know that your back is broken.
The one picture you had sent me of Lele Pons' wedding, you were just like showing me her tan lines, but I thought that was her husband. No. That's not even the point of the story.
No, I sent a picture of Lele Pons during the father-daughter dance to Ryland, and he misunderstood and thought that her father was her husband.
I said, wait, did she marry a 60-year-old?
That's definitely her dad. But this wedding looks fucking off the fucking chains. Paris Hilton was a bridesmaid.
A bridesmaid?
Yeah. Tana was in attendance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well-connected woman.
Wild.
Can't believe people want to have weddings and go to them. All right, well, I gather myself. Well, first of all, hello, you guys.
Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of The Sip. He's Ryland Adams, and I am Lizzie Gordon.
Hello, that is us, and welcome back.
What's going on with your back, bro? Did you not go to the chiropractor this morning?
Everyone's probably sick of it by now.
I need to know what's going on.
Well, you know what? I have an intercostal tear.
Sexy. An intercostal?
Well, I guess
Ooh.
between like your, I don't know anything about anything,
tell me.
but there's like all these little X's around like your ribs, and
Right.
one of those muscles, or I don't know if it's a muscle, it tore. And I was like, so like, what does that mean? And
Yeah.
he's like trying to explain it to me, but I don't really understand. And I think before I actually knew what it was, I did like the fast chiropractic, which is like, we don't need to name names.
Yeah.
But,
But we have.
but I was just like, oh, let me just go get adjusted. The problem with that is they just do their standard like crack, crack, crack.
Yeah.
See you later. Where it's like, I needed somebody to actually evaluate what was wrong with me before like going in and potentially making what was bad worse.
Yeah.
And so I really did a lot of research, and I found a chiropractor that like seemed super legit and has a lot of other things and options other than just like, I'm going to crack you out of this world. And it was really a wonderful experience because he like found exactly and targeted the area, and then he put all these machines on my body that like,
Ooh.
and it gets the blood circulating into that area, because I guess it's like it's hard for your blood flow to get there, blah 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 blah. And then he does like a laser, and then he like tapes me up and does all this
Do you have
stuff.
tape right now?
Yeah.
Like a real athlete, can I see?
I mean, you want to see my
Yeah,
tape?
I want to see your tape. Wow.
There she is.
Cool. It's blue.
I'm taped up, ladies. No, but this, like the last time that I don't know what this machine's called, but it really, it does like a figure 8, and it really is like, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But the day I did
really
it
good,
last
really
time,
good description of what it's doing.
I was kind of sore and less mobile that day as well. But then the days after that, I was like 25% better than I was previously.
Beautiful.
And yesterday, like I saw you and we hung out, and
Yeah.
I was pretty good.
I mean, you're still like doing a full blown squat to get down.
Oh yeah, I can't bend over.
He can't bend over at all. It's like he rises and like falls, but he cannot bend.
And we're going on about 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
of
yeah,
my
you're all
back being
fucked
out,
up.
and it's like I can't work out, which you and I both know working out for us is like as much
It's
mental as it is physical.
Yeah, I would say it's more mental for us.
It's like the release.
We got to exhaust the crazy. You know what I mean?
Exhaust
That
the
crazy
crazy.
bitch that just runs circles in our head all day. We got to tire that bitch out so that we can have a fucking functional life.
And so I've been trying to find ways to have functional life wuthout working out, and I'm just like trying to be like, there was a purpose for this. I needed to slow down.
He just
I was
starts
moving
crying.
too fast.
And it's like, I just can't find some reason why God would punish me like this. Of all people, I'm a good man.
And normally I'm going through like the photos I've taken for the week to spark any stories to share on the podcast.
Yeah, nothing.
I was going through, I'm like, Nothing. It's just a miserable week.
Just a miserable boy.
But we're fine. Everything's turning around.
That shirt smells used.
Yeah, it was from the Melrose Trading Post. So, like, definitely just came off the back of somebody else.
That adds up and checks out.
Why do all consignment stores and things like this smell the same? Like,
Is it like the chemicals to kill the lice?
it must be because
Because it's like a gnarly fucking like, ooh, that's used.
But why do they all smell the same? Like, have you noticed every, I don't know, what consignment store
It's got to be
has
the
same
chemicals to kill the
smell?
lice, I'm telling you.
So they're all using the same spray?
I mean, why
But-
fix something that ain't broke?
This has even gone through the wash, though, and it's still reeking like one of those stores. So we've just got to throw it away after this.
Conspiracy corner. Let's figure it out, Shane
Or I guess I'll
Dawson.
send it back
We
to
want
the
answers.
fucking-
The people want answers.
How are you?
You know, I'm okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You walked in the door like everything's always wrong when Lizzie storms through that door.
No.
You are like a tornado of chaos.
No. I am nothing if not a tornado of well-ordered hard work meets perseverance and positivity.
That's me too.
That's us. No, honestly, I'm okay.
Wow.
I feel like I have some bats in my cave and we're just gonna have to deal with that.
No, look up. No, you're
Like
fine.
here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm okay. Yesterday, I'm still dealing with the loss of my wallet. I think one of my cards
God.
was sent to my old house, which is obnoxious because I paid out the ass to have like my mail forwarded and it never is. And I changed my address with the bank, but here we are. And I still don't have a driver's license, and we'll just keep waiting on that. But this weekend I went to replace my Costco card. And I was like, oh, I'll get there right when it opens at 9 a.m., hit the ground running, get that shit, get in, get out, get ahead. You
Is
know
that
what I'm
not
saying?
senior hour?
Well, it's not any hour, apparently, at Costco on a Sunday because it opens at 10 a.m. And there were already motherfuckers lined up. And I was there, honestly, I missed the 9 o'clock opening time. I got there at like 9:42 and I was like, whatever, it won't be that bad. Motherfuckers were already lined up 15 minutes before Costco opened.
Why would you do that on a weekend? You should have gone today after the podcast.
No, my weeks are for work. I do my business, my life business on the weekends.
Yeah, but Costco on a weekend?
I know, it's a fucking nightmare every single time. But no matter what, I'm in and out within an hour.
Somebody with rage problems goes to Costco?
I actually don't have rage at Costco.
What? That is something that makes me rageful.
I know. Costco is my happy place. It's like the kind of chaos I thrive in. And usually I'm not that mad, but this morning, first of all, why show up 30 minutes before Costco opens to beat the line to wait
30 minutes.
30 minutes? Does that not seem fucking crazy to you?
Batshit crazy.
That seems real wackus bonkus to me. So like the logic's off there. And then the other thing is I get in and I didn't know that they were going to force me to take another picture. And I had my hair slicked down the center and like down the sides because it's fucking filthy. It's like slicked with filth into like a tiny bun in the back of my head and no makeup on. And they're like, all right, we got to take your picture down. I was like, oh, fuck. And I do it, and it's just so fucking overexposed that I look like I'm full blown like balding like my dad. No offense, Chris, I love you, but like, bro, you have no hair.
Does he need to get on Vanessa ride?
It's too late for him.
Oh, wow.
But oh, you saw the picture. It's bad. I look like I just got. It's like my mug shot after murdering Joe.
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Like, did you and Joe get into it this morning?
Yeah, no, it was not a good move. It was. It is what it is. It's who I am now. It's how Costco identifies me.
I would have just let it expire. You know what? I did let mine expire. And the
Oh,
only reason
I
I had
love it.
in the first place was because Morgan got it and added me to her family plan.
Oh, sweet.
And then I was like, I can't go to Costco. I have no business going to Costco. Getting a cart like that? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, as a person who's like enraged by the prices of groceries, there's a lot of positive sides to getting shit from Costco. Especially like even though we're just a family of two, getting paper towels there,
Oh, well, yeah.
getting toilet paper there. I bought 8 rolls of toilet paper at Ralph's while I couldn't find my Costco card. Guess how much that shit cost? $25.
What?
Are you fucking high? No way! No way, Jose! It was fucked up. And I'm sick of it.
Paper towels are crazy.
They're fucking
So is
crazy.
toilet paper.
Yeah, but not at Costco. At Costco, it's affordable. I get like 25 rolls at Costco for $19.
She goes so out of her way to save on groceries that she is lying to her husband.
Oh, yeah. Well,
He doesn't listen. This
Marge,
is fine.
don't fucking tell Joe.
Marge,
don't
you
call your
shut
son.
your
You keep
mouth.
your fucking mouth shut, Marge. Don't ruin this for me.
Joe is a hater on Trader Joe's.
Joe hates Trader Joe's.
And he will not allow his wife to shop there for him.
No, he's like, the fucking, it's rotten food. The meat's rotten. It's all rotten.
Is there a reason?
I just told you, he thinks it's all rotten.
I know, but why? What is his base?
I don't know. I don't know his base for like most things. I just go, okay, honey. Like, okay. Yeah, you're right.
And I pick up Lizzie yesterday and she's like, I'll be damned if I spend $2 on a fucking tomato at Ralph's one more time.
No, but honestly, I will be god fucking damned if I spend $2 on a tomato at Ralph's one more time. Did I already say this on the podcast?
I don't know.
Tomatoes are what we used to throw at people at theater when it sucked. And now they're $2 a fucking piece. Are you joking? I'm enraged.
And my lemon tree isn't producing like it once was.
No, it's not. And everyone's noticed. So yeah, no, I'm going to Trader Joe's. And I realized after I bought soy sauce there that it's Mark's Trader Joe's, and I was like, do I take a Sharpie to it, or do I just bank on the fact that I know he can't read?
Yeah, because I was like, what are you? I was like, everything is very like Trader Joe's branded.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no, before he comes into the kitchen, I discard of all the packaging.
Yeah, I do. Because god damn him, dude. He always acts like I don't go grocery shopping. Like, bitch, I go grocery shopping every fucking Sunday. That's why I'm so enraged about the cost of tomatoes and potatoes.
And how about your wild budget for food for the week? I'm not saying like the price point's wild. I'm saying like Lizzie's like, I can only spend X amount on groceries a week and I can only spend $38 eating out a week. And I was like, why did you come to the conclusion of 38? Like,
I don't
what
have
does
a
the
reason.
8 have to do with anything?
I don't have a reason.
She's like, I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you, but it seems right.
You
right?
probably spent more than that just yesterday on our breakfast.
I did. That was $55.
What?
Well, I fed 3 people with $55.
I
though.
told you I was going to pay and then you went wilding out.
I know, but that's what happens when you have a husband at home who needs 2 fucking tacos, even though he's heating up a plate of the food you made for him last night and not telling you it's in the oven. So when you go to shoot your vlog and meal prep for the week, you're burning something at 400 degrees for 45 minutes in the oven that you didn't know was there. Husbands are fucking great. They're awesome. Oh, wow. They totally freak me out. I mean, right on.
They take care of us.
Like, yeah, they do. Joe's behind the camera with a fucking machete. Yeah, he takes care of me. No, that motherfucker's been on a roll lately. He cleaned the entire house and actually scrubbed the fucking stovetop, which is unbelievable.
Crazy.
Unbelievable behavior on his part. Then I go to sleep and I wake up the next morning, my laundry's folded and on the dresser.
That's wild.
It is wild. I was like, does he know how to fold? Didn't know. Honestly, been with the man almost 10 years, had no fucking clue this motherfucker knew how to fold a goddamn thing. I like to roll my towels and keep them on the side of my bathtub. He had rolled my towels and put them on the side of the bathtub.
That's worth swallowing over.
I don't think I could do that without regurgitating. But it was like so sweet. It was really sweet. He went above and beyond.
And so what I've learned is you can't be passive aggressive in your thankfulness. You just have to be straight up thankful.
Yeah.
You got to reward the puppy so
Yeah.
that they'll have the same behavior again.
Absolutely.
Instead of like calling out the behavior as awkward or weird or like,
yeah.
that was so out of place. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Because
no.
then they're like, I'm not going to do that again.
Exactly.
I just get chastised for being nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not I like when I see something, I just get on him and I give him a bunch of kisses and I say, I love you so much, my sweet boy. And he goes, thank you.
We have to train our men like we train our puppies.
It was really sweet though, because the other morning he woke up and he was like, my baby, and he was talking about me.
Wow.
That's never happened.
No.
Honestly. And it's so funny because he's like, I'm like this all the time. It's like, are you? If we're taking a look in the mirror and being real fucking honest with ourselves about how we are all the time, are you like that?
Well, how are you? Are you greeting him with grace every day?
No,
Does he
God,
walk
no.
out of his
But I'm
bedroom
honest
for you
about it.
like,
I have started doing this sort of like this affirmation thing where I go, I love my husband who's my team player and everything is going to be okay. Say it back. Say it back.
I use Shane and I
think
like
it's helping.
when I used to have a job out of the house. Yeah, I would get home from like a long day and Shane would shake like a dog shakes when they're excited.
That's so cute.
He hasn't done it in a while.
Because you don't leave.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Today's podcast is sponsored by DoorDash, and I know you've been there. You're missing the syrup for your pancakes, or you just ran out of your favorite coffee creamer. Well, with DoorDash grocery delivery, you can get what you want right when you need it. I know you've trusted DoorDash to deliver your restaurant favorites, but now you can get grocery delivery that actually delivers too. With thousands of grocery stores to choose from, you'll find the best in your neighborhood and boost your local economy with each and every order. You'll get exactly what you ordered, or DoorDash will make it right. right. So sit back and enjoy the quality groceries just like you picked them yourself. And if you want even more value, you can save on all your grocery and restaurant favorites with 0 delivery fees on eligible orders with a Dash Pass membership. So get 50% off your first DoorDash order up to a $20 value when you use code Ryland at checkout. Limited time offer, terms apply. That's 50% off up to a $20 no minimum subtotal and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code Ryland. Don't forget that's code Ryland for 50% off your first order with DoorDash. Speaking of training our dogs.
Yeah. I signed Icky up for puppy classes and was up this one's ass to get Riley in there. And he goes, no, I'm too narcissistic to train my dog.
Oh, please.
He says, no, I can't do that. I need Riley to be an extension of my narcissism, and training would really get in the way of that.
This is all Lizzie projecting, because I was like, well, I'd have to really look into the class description, because believe it or not, my Princess Riley has had 8 sessions of training.
Well, no matter what, it's for puppies. So the only requirement is being under 20 months old.
Well, I know, but I don't. Okay, here's my issue.
I don't think there's any regression in her training. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it would hurt her to relearn the basics as if she never had.
Riley needs to be socialized,
Yeah.
and she needs to be worked on her training around other people, because when there's nobody at
Yeah.
our house, she does obey her commands,
Yeah.
and she's a good dog. My issue
That's
is
why I
like,
suggested bringing her to a class where there are other people and other dogs.
I know, but I don't want to confuse her if the curriculum's like the sit, stay down place, because it's like I've already implemented one trainer's way about doing that.
Right.
So if a new trainer
Got it.
starts doing a new one, then she's confused and she doesn't know what to say, because I was learning, like when I was first training Riley, I was like, well, I've trained 2 other dogs, but I don't know the process of like what comes first and how to make the dogs understand, so that you're not just like yelling at them. Like you need them to understand you
Right.
before you can like
Say it.
implement
Yeah.
the command, because I can't just say sit if she doesn't know what sit means.
Got it. So what do you say now when you want her to sit? Rest? Oh, okay. So it's sit.
It is, but there's like mechanics to how you,
Right.
and that's what I didn't know. The thing is, when life got so busy and we landed here, I haven't implemented any of that. So I just need to get strict when people are walking in, and then yes, I do need to socialize her.
Right. Okay.
So I'll look at the curriculum.
Let's go.
When's it starting?
For the 2nd of April, Sundays, 11:30 a.m.
The 2nd of April. You're not doing that for a month?
It was the only time I could do. I can't do during the week
Because you're working.
because I'm a working girl.
Because she's busy.
She's blessed and busy.
So you're just going to deal with pee on your floor until then?
Yep. No, I'm trying something else for him. So I know that he does tell me when he needs to go out. So I take him out when he needs to go out. And I'm going to also take him out when he doesn't need to go out. And I'm not going to let him back in until he pees outside. He's also started doing this really funny thing where, because he pees like a girl and he never lifts a leg. When Bubs is out in the wild, he'll lift a leg. But when he's at home, he pees like a girl.
It's all for show?
It's all for show. But Icky just pees like a girl. And he'll pee like this in public. But at home, sometimes it's like he's doing a sun salutation. And so his legs are flush with the fucking floor. So he's just pissing on his own tummy and legs. And then this morning, it's like he took a knee. Like he had one leg up and one leg fully down and just pissed like that. And I was like, what is going on, little buddy?
It's like, this spot's good. You're just watching him pee on your rug?
Yeah. No, outside.
Oh, okay.
He does pee on the outside rug too, which is a fucking thing.
He thinks the rugs are the grass. He's like trained to pee on the rugs exclusively.
I love him so much. He's eating the window in the front of the house. So on the way here, I decided like I'm probably going to break up our sectional and put one fully against the
You're
window
gonna
and
lose
one
your
against the
security
wall.
deposit.
No, they'll never have. How are they going to know?
How are they gonna know?
How are they going to know?
How would they ever know?
Who's going to tell him?
We're not
are
talking
you going to
about
tell
this
him,
shit
Chris?
publicly.
Because I'll fucking kill you.
I know. Back when there was a rat infestation, when we lived in Studio City in the hills, because you're on the hill and the trees are over the house, like the rats can crawl up the trees and just like down into your house,
Bro.
And so we're like selling.
You sold a house full of rats?
We were like going to sell the house, and I had like talked about the rat infestation all over YouTube, and the real estate agent's like, hey, next time you're trying to sell a house, I don't think you should be like publicizing
publicizing that it's infested with rats. You're a maniac.
No, I mean, it was included. It's just not like the best look to be like, this house has rats everywhere.
We're fleeing it because it's overrun with rats. Yeah, I was watching the what's the fucking Indiana Jones, the third one of the original ones that were done by Steven Spielberg.
That Last Crusade?
Yeah, The Last Crusade. The one with
Like
River.
a you and Chris conversation.
The one with River Phoenix. Anyway, that's,
Okay.
Dr. Jones Sr. is terrified of rats. And they're in these catacombs. And it's just like a fuck ton of rats like falling through the ceiling. And they're like real ass rats. And Joe and I are like, how do they... Yuck. Like, I couldn't be in a movie where they're like, so we're going to put a real rat on your hair. And it's going to nibble on you and hold on to you.
Yikes.
And some people are like, no, rats are good. They're so smart. They're so clean. They're really good animals. And it's like,
fuck
I
off.
get it, but they're fucking vermin, bro. And the rat that they found in the catacomb, probably not as sweet as your house rat. You know what I'm saying? Like your little buddy, it's different. It's a different kind of rat. It's different.
Wait, Rylan, have you not seen the Indiana Jones movies?
No. Of course
You
I
might
haven't.
like them.
I've been on the ride.
What?
They're so
You didn't like
Isn't
the
there
ride?
No, I've been on the ride.
Yeah, but
Isn't
you didn't
there
like
a ride
it?
at
Yeah.
Universal?
But did you not like it?
No, I liked the ride.
It's at Disneyland.
Okay, I've been on it at Disneyland.
Right.
Haven't been seen to the movie. Whoa.
You might like the movie.
I'm so tired.
You okay?
And there's a last one
No.
coming out.
There's something
Yeah.
else coming out.
The
There's a
last
new one
Indiana
coming
Oh,
out.
good for you guys.
I don't know. You might like it.
Okay, so Lizzie takes me to lunch yesterday. She drags me to lunch. And
I dragged him nowhere. I said, do you want to go for a hike? He said, yes. I said,
didn't
I don't
remember
have
about our
time for
hike.
lunch.
I wanted you to go
I
on-
said, I do not have time for lunch. And he said, well, then fuck you.
I wanted to hike according to the sun. And you were like, I'm busy. It's a week. I'm busy.
Yeah.
And, which, thank you. I finished my vlog because you said no to me.
You're welcome.
And so we went yesterday, which you didn't even remember. I had to remind you. And you're like, oh, okay.
Also, I think I had said Saturday.
No, you said, oh my gosh. I'm not going through our texts because everyone hates when we do that because it takes
Do
too
they?
long.
I would like to know.
And they think I don't know how to search for text messages, but they don't realize that you and I text so much. And
and
so
all
frequently.
words are keywords,
All-
motherfucker. No words are off limits on our texts.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't know. It just felt like a good thing to say.
Okay. Anyways, she takes me to this taco restaurant that's like poppin'. It's like a new place. It's all tacos.
Yeah.
And there's a line all the way out the building. Mm-hmm. And she's like, just run in there and grab a seat. I was like, you can't do that when there's a line out the building. It feels
No,
illegal to
you're-
go in and take a seat.
Right. You're not setting it up right. It's a place where you order.
Fast casual.
Bitch.
People understand what that is.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
Yes.
That's rich people
Chris,
jargon.
what do you think fast casual? What do you presume that means?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just
No,
going to be
because
honest.
nobody fucking says fast casual and it means something to them. So fast casual, as Rylan has put it, means that you go up to a counter and place your own order at the register. Or
You
pay.
get a number.
Let me fucking play it out.
Okay, bye.
You pay at the register, you get a number, you sit down at a table and they serve you. This place was motherfucking packed and super fucking busy. And I said, Rylan, tell me what you want. I'll order. You go find us a table. And he starts acting like that is
Illegal. Because there's all these other people in line that are going to have their food ready first without a table because I jumped the line and sat down. So those people now are going to be having their food delivered.
You know what? I'm going
at
to
a
let the comment section tear me apart like they did when I joined Chris in the security line because they're fucking psychopaths. But I'm right about this. Everybody fucking does it. It's not an asshole move.
It's honestly not illegal. You weren't the one sitting at the table and I have like no number and I'm just by myself like, what? And then we sit down and because we're so hungry, we just went on a long hike. Every time the girl goes by with food, Lizzie, like with conviction, looks dead in her eyes and goes, oh, that one's ours. And she-
No, I was asking. I
She's
said,
like-
is that for us? I did. I said, is that for us?
like, I think that one's ours.
No, I said that's for. Oh, I said that's for us, but it was like a question.
Sure it was. But she like was looking at our number and she's like, I don't think that it
And then
is.
finally she came out. She's like, "This is for you," and I was like, "Yay!" Chris, who are you texting?
I was searching something.
Oh, what are you searching?
What fast casual restaurants are?
Oh, fair enough. Did you find anything?
It's a la Chipotle. Well, I guess Chipotle wouldn't even be one. It's like the ones that you get a number
Ugh,
at.
you say Chipotle, and I want to fucking puke.
Okay. Oh, I wanted to. What?
Sorry, I love Chipotle. That was not worth saying out loud. I just love Chipotle. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, me too. So I wanted to circle back to your what's going on.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was an Amber Alert. I wanted to check and make sure there weren't lives that I could save.
We never delved into that. You like are doing live improv shows in front of an audience.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
I don't think there's much more to say beyond that.
That's crazy.
Is it?
That's wild.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think I would get up in front of an audience with nothing.
I mean, that's what we do every Monday.
Feels like just Chris is here though.
I don't know. This makes me a lot more stressed out.
What do you guys? What's it? Okay. How do you conduct an improv scene? Like if we were on stage and everyone that's watching is our live audience,
Yeah.
what would you and I do right now?
Well, the way that I do it with this group, the Turbine Collective, the Turbine way, is we start in an emotional place with a strong feeling about the person that's opposite us.
Okay.
So whatever you chose emotionally, I would then choose to be the reason for it. And my response to you is based on knowing that I'm the fact that you're in this emotional state.
Okay, go.
No, I'm not gonna go.
See, it's crazy.
I mean,
how would I know
that's
if-
crazy.
How would I know if it's good? If I'm entertained? If I'm entertained as an audience member, you're a good improver?
Well, no. So again, like this group that I work with, we do that. We come from an emotional place. We put it on our partner and take it off of ourselves. And we're not necessarily trying to be funny, but we are trying to have what we call a see and react and change response. So we know a scene has finished if we're at a different part, if one or both of us are at a different part than where we started, that's polar opposite to how we started. So if I come into a scene hysterically laughing, we would know the scene was over if I was sobbing by the end of it as a result of something you did.
So is it like a word or is it an emotion that you start with?
We don't do words. We just do like a scene. We start with sort of like a stage setting. So we come on very emotional, and then we set a picture on the stage with our bodies. So it's like we wouldn't just be sitting casually like this. Like one of us would be like very sincere.
No. Give me a setup. Give me a setup. So let's execute.
No, we can't execute.
Let's just try.
I don't want to.
I want to improv.
No, this is so cringy.
Well,
if you want to improv, you
that's
can
what
come
I'm
on the
saying.
open workshop on Monday night.
It's pretty cringy to watch improv shows too, unless they're really good, right?
Yeah. So
Because don't a lot of them have like weird gimmicks?
a lot of them have weird gimmicks. There's no gimmicks at this one though. It's literally just
Okay, let's improv.
we can't improv just
Yes, we
sitting
can.
here.
Yes, we can. Chris, give us a subject. Or an
No,
emotion.
I don't. No,
God.
you're not
emotion,
listening.
Chris. Give us an
No,
emotion.
that's not what it is.
Okay.
It's like a big. You have
Boy's
this-
upset because his back hurts.
I'm not playing.
You're such a loser. Yes,
I do
and
this
bitch.
thing. No, I do this thing where it's like
Yes,
if I don't feel
and-
supported by my partner, I'll just be like, nah, I'm gonna kill myself. And I have no problem fucking offing myself in a scene and just laying there dead until it's over. Drag me off, motherfucker. I'm not playing your sick games.
Can't believe you won't improv with me.
No,
Just
because
try.
you're not listening to me. It's like a whole physical thing. I can't do it just sitting beside you.
I think you stretch your imagination, sis.
There are other classes that focus on being witty and funny with your words, and this is not one of them. So I can't just
You're
sit
so
here with you
boring.
and do a scene.
I just wanted to play with you. I wanted to do something different than what we always do, and you won't play with me.
It's not fun. It's awful. It's literally cringe as fuck. It makes me sick. The suggestion makes me fucking sick.
All right, Chris, swap place.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's watch Rylan and Chris sit here and improvise a scene with a suggestion from me and no one here in the room. Let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking do it, Chris. Get over here.
Okay,
Fucking do it, Chris. Fucking do it.
What would your thing be? What would you
My word?
suggest for us?
Oh, I just almost said a word I'm not allowed to say. Just kidding.
It was the F word.
It was the F word. I was thinking,
There were a lot of F words in Lizzie's neighborhood yesterday. I was like, wow, this is a neighborhood full of F words.
Yeah, let's be clear. You're the one that was full of F words.
I'm allowed to say the F word.
Yeah,
Chris, am I not allowed to say the F word?
You're allowed to say the F word, but there's
think we
been
are.
speculation that I'm saying the F word without being allowed to. So I wanted to be clear that you were the one who was throwing out F bombs while we were driving through my neighborhood and not me.
Right, I'm always the nasty one that's
Yeah.
like throwing it her way. Like there's like a straight couple and I'm like, those F words. A lot of
There were just two men walking with two separate dogs, and it felt like it was clear that these two men were of different households. And like, Rylan's like, look at those F bombs, and I was like, how do you know they're F bombs? He's like, well, you could just tell. I was like, I don't think that you can just tell.
Okay, what would you give Chris and I? We could do it from across the
You know
room.
what? I would give you and Chris a revolver with one bullet.
No, that's too nasty. Guns are very polarizing.
I would give you and Chris one regular Coke and one Coke with poison in it.
Oh.
And you both have to take a drink
Oh.
of two different cups.
Oh. That's
This is
an
too
interesting
hard.
scenario.
Oh, you don't want to do it now?
No, I don't know how.
I would give you and Chris a piece of licorice that you both have to eat the entirety of. How do you make it happen?
Oh, so it is just physical. You just do it. You just pretend to eat licorice.
I think I hate improv.
No, this is the dumbest fucking thing. Like,
Okay,
it's the
we're moving on to Hot Topics.
Thank God.
Fine.
Wait, why are we moving on to Hot Topics? There's more things to discuss.
Like what?
Oh, you bitched about your back for 5 hours.
I didn't even
Oh,
want to
circle
bring
back
that to
to
the
the-
podcast.
Okay. I'm a meal prep girl now. You didn't want to talk about that.
Boring. You're already over it, I'm sure. Meal
am.
prepping sucks.
Today was day one of my meal prep, and I'm like, I'm fucking starving. That fucking I for the vlog, I meal prepped my breakfast for the week, and I hate it.
And then you have it for the week.
To be fair, and I have it for the week. Yeah, Joe ate like 3 last night though, so I don't even have it for the full week. I pulled out my meal prep this morning and opened it, and I was like, oh. Someone had a lot of these.
Every time I want to save food, like if I were to get Chipotle, for example, cut it in half, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to put it in the fridge because Chipotle is better after it's cold. I'm going to eat that for lunch. I'm like, wait to the point till I'm starving. I like go to the fridge and it's gone. And I'm like, run upstairs to Shane. I'm like, where the fuck is my lunch? And he's like, I didn't even eat it. I gave it to Louis. I'm so obsessed with this newer sponsor to our show, Factor. Oh my gosh. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit where you get nutritious, chef-prepared meals delivered straight to your door, leaving you all the time and energy to tackle everything on your to-do list. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat and enjoy. They have 34 chef-prepared, dietitian-approved weekly options. You can choose from keto, vegan, and veggie, calorie smart that are 550 calories or less, and they also have protein plus options. I love their variety because Factor also has breakfast options like egg bites, smoothies, and more. Plus, you can replenish your snack supply with an assortment of over 45 add-ons. I am so overjoyed when I walk to my fridge and have a meal that can be ready in 2 minutes that's not only delicious but healthy. Oh, it's a game changer always. So get Factor and enjoy clean eating without the hassle. Head to factormeals.com/sip50 and use code SIP50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code SIP50 at factormeals.com/sip50 to get 50% off your first box. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for a coupon code is a thing of the past because Honey is a free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart at checkout. So imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, and when you check out, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. You wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch as the prices drop. Now, I've recently been stocking up on film equipment accessories, and when I bought them in bulk, it was totaling over $100, but when Honey kicked in, I saved $13 just for simply having Honey installed. Honey doesn't just work on your desktop, it also works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could straight up be missing out on free savings, and by getting it, you're not only doing yourself a solid, but you're also supporting our show as well. So get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/sip. That's joinhoney.com/sip. Okay, let's get into our hot topics.
Okay.
You finally want to discuss this? It's so boring.
Well, I want to discuss it because I feel like it's insane.
It's so stupid.
I think so. As everyone who's on the internet is aware, Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez
are allegedly fighting.
Well, the thing that's the internet
It's like,
has created from scratch, as though they were God, a massive insult from Hailey slung at Selena.
And this is how bored we are as a community of the internet as a whole.
Right. The crazy thing to me is how, to the tunes of millions of people, are deeply upset on behalf of Selena for an insult that doesn't exist.
So they're on Selena's side?
Yeah.
So then why is Selena acting like woe is me 24/7 right now?
I mean, I don't know how she's acting. I don't really care to speculate on how either of them are acting. I just think it's fucking batshit crazy that of nothing the internet has forged that Hailey is this bad person. And then if you think about it, millions of people now are dragging Hailey through the mud in a way that is like very aggressive.
I have a hot tip for all of them. Just shut off your fucking phones for a couple of days.
Just chill out.
And if you don't shut off your phones, have your notifications off for everything and just don't fucking look.
I mean, also people on the internet, how about just chill? How about just don't do that? Because also the whole thing started because a picture of Selena went viral of her in the water looking thicker than she usually looks. And then immediately after that happened, or not even immediately after that happened, but like within the same year of that picture coming up, fucking Hailey posts this thing with her and Kendall and Kylie or someone or whatever, and it's that viral
God's timing is always
yeah
right.
God's timing. And then everyone decided to say she posted that because Selena's fat. But really, aren't you just calling Selena fat for saying that? Because nobody fucking did that. That's a bridge you built of bricks you brought from home. And that's pretty fucking nasty.
And that's TikTok.
And that's, well, no, it's not just TikTok. It's the people
I know, but
behind
that's how it spreads.
Right. And but
That's
no
how that
matter what,
idea spreads.
How fucking mentally broken are you people that you grab onto that?
Well,
And build an entire universe of hatred and loathing for this person because you think that this one thing that was really just you being an asshole for calling someone who's bigger than they once were fat in your own mind.
and guess what, everyone? They're probably both assholes, and they're probably both not assholes. Like, we both have our days. Everyone has our days.
Absolutely, they're both weirdos. The one thing I do love about this, though, is it's also spurred a bunch of like resurfacing videos of Haley full-blown fangirling over Justin for years, waiting outside his hotel room, waiting outside shows, like being on red carpets with her dad, and the second she sees Justin, she like sprinkles over like hella fast.
She's manifested her husband.
Hell yeah, she
If
did.
I could get a talk show doing that shit, I would.
Let's do it.
Should I
Who do we
just
have to stalk to get a talk show?
Stand outside of CBS.
I'll go with you. I one time tried just waiting outside Warner Brothers with headshots and just throwing them around, and nobody gave a shit. I have footage of that if you'd like.
Maybe
an
if we
asset.
were more persistent, then it would have worked.
Oh my god, we should be hella persistent.
You think we should just like do our like instead of like doing hot girl walks at
Yeah.
Fryman Canyon, we should do them around the studio.
No. Here's what we should do. We need to victimize. We need to make it seem like CBS victimized us, and then they owe us one.
I can't play into that.
I will start a TikTok purely dedicated to CBS victimizing Ryland Adams and Lizzie Gordon.
Listen up.
And I will not fucking rest until we have a talk show, you sons of bitches! Justice for Lizzie and Ryland.
I fell down a long dark hole of watching old clips of Wendy Williams last night, and I was just like, oh. Well, because I'm watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I had never seen it before, and I just wanted some like context of them outside of the show in an interview element, and like Wendy does it best, you know.
Yeah.
She can like say whatever she wants to guess, and like she can like hit them with the hardcore. I just love a good talk show, and I
Right.
feel like there aren't many that are existing anymore.
Right. So get me Josh Peck. Let's make this into a fucking talk show. Bring me Josh Peck. Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Chris, go get Josh.
Oh, okay.
Go get Josh. You better be texting Josh, Chris.
I've seen a lot of like the news headlines showing like Selena commenting on TikToks made about Selena. So her For You page must just be like people talking about her. And I think like Selena, you just got to shut down TikTok.
Yeah.
Just like you're so
I
successful.
think she did. She's in Texas right now fishing.
Posting about it. I mean, I don't know if
Right.
she's posting about it, but like, girl, just put down your phone for a month. You don't need it to like, she's like, her career is not dependent on a social media presence. Like, you have a lot of great acting jobs. You have a great music career. If you want to go back to that, you have a beauty line that's killing it. Like, you don't need to be posting even once a month if you don't want to be.
No.
So just chill it out for your mental health, girly.
Yeah. You told her.
How does Haley feel? I haven't
I
seen
don't know, but
anything on Haley's.
Just everybody fucking hates Haley. Haley lost like 1 million followers. Selena
Whatever, Haley.
gained,
I'll
like,
still hang
10
out with you if you
million.
need a friend.
Yeah, and it's like in August we all were fucking killing ourselves to get glazed donut nails because Haley Bieber did, and now we're like, fuck that bitch. I don't know. It feels bad to me.
I'm not quite like that.
No, you've always been Team Haley.
I mean,
and I do
I'm
love
not team
a good.
anyone because we don't know any of the story or what's going on behind
Well,
the
that's
scenes
the
of
thing. I
anything.
don't think there is a story. That's what's driving me the most
And
crazy.
that's what was crazy is when everyone was talking about this, I tried to watch a video that somebody had compiled all the information.
Yeah.
And even somebody like putting it together with a nice bow on top, I still couldn't find a way to care about it.
Because there's nothing to care about.
Exactly.
And the even more wild thing is like, you know, like I troll drama channels and I watch them like while I'm eating or showering or whatever. They've been updating every day on this drama as if there is a drama, as if either of these women are contributing
this is what
to
they
it.
do. They create drama so that they
Exactly.
can garner attention for themselves.
And
That's what TikTok is.
Nobody that the drama is about is participating or creating new things.
Selena's commenting in comment sections.
She is, but she commented on Kylie's like, this is crazy. This is being blown out of proportion.
Right.
Like,
And then she was like, I'm going to take a break. And then she popped back in like the next day. I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, just put your phone down.
I don't know. I don't think the responsibility is on anyone involved in this or anyone. And when I say involved, I mean anyone victimized by the internet in this.
Right.
It's wild.
It's wild.
It's wild.
It's a crazy place to be.
It's a crazy
You know what's been
fucking
so
world.
nice
What?
is muting everyone who's ever like talked about me. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Not having notifications for anything. Not having Twitter, not looking at TikTok. It's a great place to be. Like, I could be so canceled right now and I'd have no idea.
I'd tell you. Just kidding. You know what I was thinking about?
What?
For a week, not having my phone on my body in my house.
Oh,
Like having
That's
a place where I
nice.
put my phone and I check it like every 3 hours.
yeah.
Break the habit because I'm worried about my back.
Or just set boundaries for yourself. Look up when you're looking at your phone, not hunched down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
All right.
You didn't, but I did.
What?
Saw the Chris Rock
Well,
live.
I tried. This is so fucking annoying,
Hold on.
Netflix.
Let me preface it. Chris Rock did a special for Netflix that premiered live. Like while they were recording it, they aired it on Netflix, and now it just lives there rent free.
Except it doesn't live there rent free because I had to work for 15 minutes to try to watch this fucking special because I didn't tune in live.
Yeah.
I tried last night to watch it and then it was like, you have to update your Netflix app to be able to watch this special. So I updated that, didn't work. Then I had to update my Apple TV, didn't work. Then I got into it and it kept giving me error codes. And then when I finally got in it, I couldn't scroll like anywhere inside of the video. So Netflix, you need to get your shit together. Like we're way too far into Netflix for you to not be able to execute
Baby,
a
I
live
think that's
production.
a you problem, honey.
It's a Netflix. I mean, I was watching it like I'd watch anything else on Netflix.
problem with it, and I'm Netflixly challenged. You know what I mean? So it really does feel a little bit like maybe.
So I did make it 20 minutes in after spending 30 minutes, but the camera work with his motions were making me a little motion sick.
Oh, really?
I was like,
I just listened to it. I didn't physically watch it.
I'm going to have to finish by listening.
I actually was listening to it on my way to Costco that morning. And then when it ended, the next thing in my queue was that awful show Sex Life, which I've never seen an episode of.
Isn't that what Kim Kardashian's always talking about?
Yeah. I've never seen an episode of it, but it's like it opens with like softcore porn. And so I have what was a comedy special blasting in my car with the windows down. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, Tucker. He goes, doesn't sound like you mean no. And she's like, and there's just a fucking line of 85-year-old fucking couples in line at Costco before it even opens. So that was my experience with Netflix needs to get their shit together. But what I found to be, I don't like talking negatively about stand-up comedians because I think that it's other people do that enough for me.
Right.
And I don't want to find problems where there aren't any, but I am particularly tired of these male comics boiling women's utility down to our youth, beauty, and pussy. Because it is fucking wrong. And quite frankly, like...
In what portion are you... Like, what was the topic?
He talks about how every dime he's ever made, he's spent on pussy. And in one way or another, paying off women's college student loans. Like, and the reason why he dates women who are well under his age is because their financial needs are lesser than an older woman's financial needs. And it's like, it's not just Chris Rock. It's a lot of men. A lot of men do this. A lot of men talk about like...
I don't think that's much to brag about, though.
Well,
like,
that's
I'm
the
paying
point.
for somebody. I mean, take away
Right.
boy, girl out of
like,
it.
yeah, you would have to pay me to fuck you. To be completely honest, you would have to fucking pay me to sit through your insufferable ego. Absolutely. And it's like, you know... and to some degree, there are funny observations to be made, and there are jokes that I laugh at in regards to that. But it's like, I need it to be nuanced, and I need it to be new, because that's a dead fucking horse, bitch. It's like, I can't do it anymore. And
so-
then when it came, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, what were his other poignant points?
I would not use the word poignant in regards to any of the points. And I don't even know if he had points that were being made, to be honest. The one thing that did make me laugh is about how his ex-wife is just as rich as him. And the thing that did make me laugh, and he's like, and she's not even funny. Because he made his money being funny. But, you know.
How's she rich?
Because they got a divorce.
Right.
She got half of his money.
Wow.
And good for her, because she suffered through your cheating and bullshit her entire fucking adult life.
Oh my God.
You cunt.
I didn't know you hated him so much.
I didn't hate him. I fucking really like Chris Rock. And then I watched the special and I'm just like, I got a bad fucking taste in my mouth for these fucking dudes who have all these poignant points about how they pay for women's lives. And it's just like...
I mean, I don't think that's great on any regard. Like, if I was a gay man doing that to another guy, would also, like, I'd feel like, well, I have to pay for somebody to like me. Like, that is also
you guys
poorly
are
reflecting.
fucking insufferable. You ever think about telling that joke? That you're so goddamn fucking insufferable that you have to make millions of dollars with your rage and self-loathing and anger in order to get a woman to find you attractive enough to sleep with you, and then you cheat on the person who decides to stay with you even though you're all of those horrible things.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's
but now,
so funny.
This
That's
is like
so
selling
fucking
me. I'm
funny.
going to see it.
I'm mad about it, and I'm like annoyingly mad about it.
Did Joe watch it with you?
No, I listened to it.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
While he was sleeping. But it definitely bugs me. I think there are gender norms that can be funny when exploited in it from a nuanced point of view. But I'm fucking tired of this. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure it's going to offend, like, that's part of their job, is like trying to do, like, that's a road he wanted to go down to like tear the line on being offensive, I guess, in lieu of getting the laugh or something.
Yeah. And it's not even that I find it offensive. I'm just fucking tired of it.
But don't you think that that reflects just as poorly on him, like, and his, like, I don't know that I'd want to advertise that I have to pay for somebody to like me.
Yeah, but I do think that not that my opinion or review on comedy makes it funny or not. I'm sure some people found that funny, and that's fine. As an audience member, really, I find self-deprecation to be a lot more funny than a petty observation of another person, especially if it's not a nuanced, unique point of view.
Right.
And I think it would have been a lot more. I think that humor's a lot more funny when it's personal to a person, but they can convey it in a universal way that everyone can relate to. Mm-hmm. And in this scenario, it just felt like a tired trope of, why are women complaining about being taken care of financially? But I'm not complaining about being taken care of financially.
Right.
I'm complaining about you being a fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what you pay for, Chris. Like, shut the fuck up. You're welcome. And then he continued on, and the big hook of the night, like why everyone's watching, is they want to know what he's going to say about the slap. Mm-hmm. And then he fucked that joke up.
Really?
Yeah, he stumbled over the joke, and he messed it up in multiple ways. So the first one was, he's making a joke about how Jada Pinkett Smith was mad at Chris Rock for doing the Oscars because one year they boycotted the Oscars because Will Smith wasn't nominated for a movie called Concussion. And they called Chris Rock that year and said, do not show up at the Oscars and do your job, because they have racistly left Will out of the running. Mm-hmm. And then his joke was, they were so mad that he didn't get an award for Concussion that they gave me a concussion. But he called it the wrong movie. And then in the middle of the joke, he goes, I fucked up that joke. That's the wrong movie. It's Concussion. I fucked it up. It's all fucked up. But it's like, you're making that much money. You fuck up your joke, find a way to like fix it on the fly, my guy. Like, you've been doing this your whole life. You can't ad-lib something or like do any sort of patchwork yourself to bring it back to some degree. Right. And then he also was talking about how their bodies are different. So like Will Smith fighting him is a bitch mode move because he's so little and he's so big.
Right.
He's like, he played Muhammad Ali and I played a very small person. I can't remember the characters. And then he's like, you know, even in our animated movies, like Will Smith played a shark and I played a zebra. And he's talking about that movie where like he and Will Smith and Angelina Jolie are like under the sea creatures.
I mean, I don't know, but yeah.
Anyways, Will Smith's a fish in it. He's not a shark. He's a fish. So there's like a bunch of things that are like really sloppy on top of this whole thing. And it's like, great, Chris, go get that check and buy yourself some more pussy. And hopefully you can feel good about that little blunder you had on your live recording of your taped show.
All right. We'll move on to The Weeknd and Lily Rose Depp defending their new show, The Idol, with new director Sam Levinson.
Is it Livingston?
I have no idea.
Is it Levinson?
Let's say Sam L, the creator of Euphoria. So there's this show called The Idol coming out on HBO. The director was
the show in of itself is very provocative, and it's about a young woman pop star navigating the super dark,
toxic
underbelly of the music industry.
Yes. And so HBO had initially had a director that they weren't seeing eye to eye with. They fired him, brought on...
I think it was a woman, actually.
Oh, I don't know who it was.
I can't remember who it was
But then they
either.
brought on Sam L., the creator, director of Euphoria, and Sam Levinson. And now, like, Rolling Stone did this huge hit piece about how Sam is just a horrible person.
Well, using more words than that, the
I didn't read the Rolling Stone article.
I
was
did,
like,
but
oh.
so the word on the street is that the creative of the show has shifted from what the original director was working on, and now the storyline is about Lily Rose Depp's toxic relationship with The Weeknd, and they're saying that Lily's character maintains an abusive relationship with The Weeknd because it inspires her music. And that's the story they're following. And the problem that a lot of the crew people and what the Rolling Stone article was hoping to highlight is that this is like a rape fantasy show now. And we can't really speak to the details of it because we haven't seen
Is
it.
The Weeknd her, like, business person or her boyfriend?
I think it's both, and I think he's treating her like shit, and she decides to keep being treated like shit because she thinks it makes her make better music. That's what the crew was saying the storyline is.
Well, him treating her like shit and her accepting it also allows her to keep making music. And I don't know about the show, but I think in a lot of music scenarios, probably before all of Me Too, this wasn't something that didn't happen. I mean, you know what girls were doing for acting roles and what people were doing to get their careers launched in Hollywood. Like, it's always sick and twisted like that. Maybe not now after Me Too and in 2023, but I bet for a very long time, a lot of pop stars that had come up were like, had the craziest, most toxic relationships with people trying to get their career off the ground.
Yeah, I think that's true. And then also, like, we know that to be true because of what Kesha went through very publicly with
Right.
the producer that she used to work with sexually assaulting her.
So why are they not allowed to tell a story similar to that? Like, I don't think we should be censoring our storytelling to not upset people. Like, if you
think
don't
you're
want to
right.
watch it, don't watch it.
I think you're right. I think that's a really hot take on it. Because just because horrible things happen doesn't mean we should not
Tell stories about them.
tell stories about them. And we don't know what the angle of the show is yet.
No, and all this drama did was make me go and see if it was already out, and I was going to watch it. I didn't even know about the show before
They reshot
this.
a lot of it, and they're still cutting it down. And I know that the talent, like Lily Rose Depp, who's, you know, the quote unquote victim of the show, she's saying she loved working with Sam Levinson. She felt very protected, very respected, and like it was a more collaborative project that she's ever worked on. To be fair, I don't know how many projects she's worked on.
Right.
So for her to be like, this is the most whatever director I've ever fucked with, it's like, right, but was the other director just Kevin Smith? Like,
But I mean, if she felt safe and comfortable, that's all that
And,
really
yeah.
matters. You don't have to compare it to something else to know if somebody's treating you like shit or not.
Yeah.
And there's been a big campaign online to cancel this Sam guy, the creator of Euphoria in general, or like begging that Zendaya will stop working with him and leave Euphoria because it's toxic and bad. And I'm just like, all of you guys need to shut the fuck up. Like, if Zendaya's powerful enough that if she feels uncomfortable or doesn't want to be in this role, she could go. I know, like, when you sign up for TV, you sign a big 7-year contract. But in today's day and age, if Zendaya is like, I'm not comfortable on this set, it's
Yeah,
not a
there's-
healthy, productive
yeah.
place, she's big enough and powerful enough to go to her agent and say, I'm not going to do this. And if Zendaya is feeling fine and safe and comfortable and happy making Euphoria, I think all of you just need to shut the fuck up.
well, I think that so that's a twofold thing for me, because I have heard a majority of the cast love working with him and that it's a highly collaborative environment. And I think that that's really cool. I know that their storylines get fucking unraveled and redirected based off of what talent's feeling on a shooting day. And from a person who like creates things as like a writer or whatever, like, I think that's wild. And I've noticed that storylines that we give a shit about get dropped. And then we find ourselves watching Dominic play acoustic guitar for fucking 5 minutes in the finale when we give a shit about other things that we never know
Right.
what happened. And we never will know.
Yeah.
So to some degree, like, I'm enraged by shit like that. But and I think Sam Levinson's visual direction and the way that he crafts a show visually keeps and auditorily and tonally and all of that visual storytelling keeps me so hooked on a show where I don't trust the creator that it's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really cool. And I think it's gross that he is showing characters who are 16's nipples. Fucking like porn stars. I think that's gross. I don't think I want to cancel him for it, but I think it's gross. Makes me not really want to hang out with the guy. I think it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean...
But
like,
I can compartmentalize my
Right.
things about that.
The actors are
And
obviously over 18, so it's not illegal.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't have to do with being illegal.
No,
You're
no.
showing me a child that I'm a character that's a child.
Yes, but you're
fucking
also
like a porn star.
telling a story about high school, and while not everyone's fucking like a porn star in high school,
Yeah.
there are people that are fucking like porn stars in high school.
Absolutely.
The same way that they depict drugs and alcohol, yes, it's like very heightened and over the top to like for entertainment.
Yeah.
And they're doing that for sex too. But I think like if you're doing a show that raunchy, it
Right,
like,
but you just said that the heightened alcoholism and all of that is for entertainment. So showing underage sex for entertainment, it's gross.
I
still
understand,
watch
but he's
it.
telling a story of high schoolers.
Yeah.
So
there's a way to shoot things like that and to tell the same story and to maintain a raunchy level without showing me a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old getting butt fucked and doing crazy shit like that. Like, I don't need to see the full striptease. I don't need to see a girl getting choked. I don't need to see her bent over, railed by 5 fucking guys knowing she's a minor.
Yeah.
I don't need to see their areolas.
Okay, I get it. I understand what you're saying. To me, it's like all weird because you know they're over 18.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're under 18.
No.
They're like going to high school, but you don't ever really feel like they're in high school. So like it's weird because storyline wise, it like pushes them forward to be in high school, but as a viewer, you're not like, oh, I'm watching a 16-year-old get fucked. I don't feel like that.
Right,
But I
'cause you're-
understand
yeah.
the premise is that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we not friends anymore? You fucking pervert.
This is a show I am interested in watching, though. I like The Idol.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing it. I mean, I honestly might be exhausted, though. I'm exhausted by the trailers for it. All of it just really is like a lot. It's like a lot. Watching this fucking frail, starving bitch wearing no clothes, like moving slow motion with a thong up her ass and her fucking nipples out. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. And I might need there to be a story for this one because at least, you know, there is the substance behind Zendaya's character and there are nuances to these characters in high school that like I feel for and I care about. But if I'm just watching like a real, like, I don't know if I can, if I have that kind of punishment
let's
in
let
me.
it come out first and then make our judgments.
If they put Pedro Pascal in it for any reason, I'd
what's
be there from
everyone's,
beginning to
like,
end.
sudden hard on for him.
He's a good man.
Like I know he's like a good-looking, talented man, but they're
I
acting
think it's his
like
energy and
he's
his inner
God.
light. It's his
Everyone's
ener-
acting as though he's God.
I wish he was. I wish he was. If he was, I bet you anything, this world would be a better place.
Okay, Cardi B wears designer clothes to community service, and I just can't get enough of it.
And she does like an OOTD every time she goes to community
with
service.
captions too. She's like, "Day whatever the fuck of community service, obey the law," and then she goes, "My brains are burning from waking up early. Community service, then studio, but I did the crime, so I only have myself to blame."
I do love it. It's like she's this. I don't even know what she did.
So I wrote down what she did, but are people upset that she's wearing designer clothes, or was that just the like most interesting angle for the headline?
I don't know if anyone's upset. I think we're all just like, get it, girl. Like,
Yeah, it's like the selfies and she's got her like Louis Vuitton bags and she's like going to do community service. And I guess what happened, this is court-ordered community service after a strip club fight in 2018. She pled
Right.
guilty after ordering an attack on 2 bartenders because she believed her husband Offset had an affair with one of them.
you know what? I'm still on her side.
She kept saying like, these moments don't define me, they're not reflective of who I am now.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm a person that always owns up to my past. And I just think like, God love her. It's so refreshing to have somebody like Cardi B like just be themselves instead of putting on like this persona of who they think will be perceived well.
Yeah, I love
You know
it.
what I mean? Because in like right now, when you open the internet, when you open TikTok, it's like pandering to everyone's feelings. And it's like, sometimes can we just exist?
Yeah, honestly. And can we stop lying and acting like you made a fucking recipe dupe for Starbucks's egg souffle bites? Because you fucking didn't. Okay, bitch, they suck. Your egg bites are not good. They're like a dry frittata.
This better not be my brother's wife.
Oh my God, could you imagine? No, I love Stacey's recipes. I make them.
Okay.
And I enjoy them.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I love a woman that will speak her mind.
Yeah. Well, then what's your problem with me?
I don't think I have a problem with you.
You mean it?
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
I feel
Rylan
like-
Adams does not have a problem with this.
I feel like we were fighting, but I don't even remember why.
I don't think we were actually fighting. I think I'm just mad at the world.
Right.
Which is funny because this is me having chosen to be more positive. And every time I'm like, I'm more positive. Like, I'm a positive girly now. I was like leaving somewhere with my girlfriend over the weekend, and this guy's standing in front of the restaurant with like sweatpants on, clearly no panties, and a huge dick. And I went from being like super light, really happy and everything to being like, God fucking damn him. Next time I come here, I'm bringing a fucking Costco pack of male panties, and I'm gonna throw them at all these motherfuckers who think it's okay to leave the house with their dicks out. Why do I have to know he's uncircumcised?
You're such a prude.
Dude, I wasn't. No, I'm not a prude. Put fucking panties on, dude.
Just look at his dick.
I don't want to, but I'm forced to, and that's what is so fucking enraging. I want to bring my choice back. If you have an infant-sized penis, wear fucking underwear with your fucking sweatpants in public. You sick fuck.
She just made us cut so much. It was so explicit. It was filled with F-bombs. You know what? I think this week's going to be good for us.
This is the end of me.
My back's going to heal. We're going to be healthy. Jobs are going to come pouring down upon us. I'm going to get great news. You're going to get great news.
Yeah.
Chris is going to thrive.
Yay!
And
We're blessed.
We're going to come back next week like fucking, I don't know, the best thing ever happened.
Oh my God! Thank you for including me.
I just got something in my eye.
All right. Well, cheers to a great week, everyone. Thank you for watching today's episode of The Sip. I'm broken. If this sucked, I'm broken. Okay?
Yeah, he's broken. I'm broken.
Lizzie's
But we're
rage-filled.
positive. No, it's gonna be good. We're positive. Peace and love, light and blessings to us all. I'm okay. You're okay. We're all working We're all working together on the same team, and we're all gonna be okay.
Subscribe to the show.
Say
Watch
it back.
every episode. And we'll see you girlies next week. Bye.
Bye.
And
that's the
sip.
sip.
How about me having a breakdown attaching the fucking Bluetooth voicemail for 10 minutes and
I
then
was
we didn't even get to
literally thinking
voicemail?
about that. I was thinking about that. And we'll be under an hour because we cut all of my explicits out.